Okay, now we will do some special sums related with that. And before that, you should always properly understand and do sums related with my part 1 and part 2 videos, and then only you should come to part 3. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you. Now, first in this sum, what they told, on what sum of money is the difference between CI and SI payable yearly is rupees 31 at 10% rate for 3 years. You understood the question? They asked you the principal. You have to find the principal, and on that principal, on the same principal, the difference between CI and SI is rupees 31 for how much? 3 years. Rate is 10%. First we will do this sum in two parts. Now we will start to let the principal, means let the original sum, let the principal is equal to rupees X. Now first we will calculate SI on this X, and we will calculate CI on this X, and then according to the question, the given question, what will happen? CI minus SI equals to 31. So if I take the principal as X, now in case of SI, what will be my SI? SI is equal to PTR by 100, principal is X, time is 3, rate is 10 by 100. So I got 3x by 10. So I got 3x by 10. And similarly now, in case of CI, and as I told you, directly there is no such formula for CI. First we'll get amount and then we'll get CI. So first we'll get amount 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. Now what was the principal? X. 1 plus rate is 10 by 100, time is 3. You get how much? X, and this 110 by 100, 3. And now if you cancel this inside, you are getting how much? 11 cube by 10 cube X, and 11 cube means 1331 X, and by 100, so this is the amount, by 1000, so this is the amount. But I require what? CI. So CI will be how much? Amount minus principal. Your amount is how much? 1331 X by 1000. CI is this. Principal is X. So how much you are getting? So amount is this and principal is X. What we got? 1331x minus 1000x. Finally we get our CI as 331x by 1000. So we got SI as this much and CI as this much. Now according to the question, what they told? According to the question, they told us ki CI minus SI equals to 31 rupees. Now we'll put this value, 331x by 1000 minus 3x by 10, and that is equal to 31, 1000. So LCM we take, we get here this, and 10 into 100, so we get here 300x. Finally we are getting 31x by 1000 equals to 31. So x is equal to 31 into 1000 by 31. So I got x is equal to 1000. So we got the principal as 1000 liters. You understand? Very important sum. Now the same sum sometimes may come as instead of yearly, they may ask half yearly. So the only difference is that in this formula there will be a change, but the method will be same. Now SI, there is no such half yearly. So SI will be yearly, but there is a sum in which instead of yearly they told compound interest payable half yearly. So in that case you use this formula, half yearly formula. So half yearly formula, it becomes P is equal to 1 plus R by 200 and to the power 2n, and then do the same method in that sum. Okay. Okay, now see this sum. On a certain sum, the amount at the end of first year is 1100 and amount at the end of third year is 1331. Calculate the rate and the sum, and that is compound interest payable yearly. You understand the question? Means we don't know the principal, we don't know the rate also, but we know that the amount at the end of first year is 1100 and amount at the end of third year is given 1331. Now try to understand, when they say ki amount at the end of first year is 1100, so we can say that principal for second year, and that means principal for second year is 1100. Amount at the end of first year means principal for the second year, and also given amount at the end of third year is 1331. So that means this two value we know. We know principal for the second year 1100, and we also know amount at the end of third year 1331. Now try to understand what is the time gap. If I talk about principal for the second year, that means it is the beginning of second year. Now from the beginning of second year, this is the principal, and end of third year, this is the amount. So during this, the time span is 2 years, is it not? Try to understand, the time span is how much? 2 years from the end of first year, that means from the principal of second year, beginning of second year to the end of third year. How much is the time span? Now if I use this formula, now in case of amount, if I put this value, and in case of principal, if I put this value, although this is not the original principal, this is the principal for the second year, but if I am taking the principal for second year here, okay, no problem, 1 plus rate I don't know, but I can put 2 years, because this 1100 to 1331, how much time it has taken? 2 years, and therefore I am taking 2 years. So you can understand, from this we can get the value of R, and from this R we can get the original principal, because we know the amount at the end of first year. So again we will use this formula. In place of amount we will put this, in place of time we will put 1, in place of rate we can put R, the value will get P. So in this case what we have done, you understood, principal for the second year is 1100, so we are putting here principal, and amount is this, we are putting amount here, and the time span from this to this is 2 years, so the time is 2, understand? So now if I calculate, what we get, 1331 1 plus 2, and then we can cancel this into the simplest form. Now it will get cancelled, 11 into 11 into 11, so 11 into 121 and 11 into 100, 1100 and 11 into 121. Okay, so finally what we got, 121 by 100 is equal to 1 plus R by 100 and whole square. Now this means, prime factors, if you break, you get what, 11 by 10 whole square is equal to 1 plus R by 100 and whole square. Or you can also think in this way, if it is square, it comes here and becomes square root, and when you get square root, you will get 11 by 10, but you can do in this method also, prime factors and this. So finally powers are same, so bases are same, and therefore we get 11 by 10 equals to 1 plus R by 100, and then we can get R from here. So 11 by 10 minus 1 is equal to R by 100, and then 10, 11 minus 10 is equal to R by 100. We got 1 by 10 into 100 is equal to R. Finally we got R as 10%, right? Rate as 10%, but still we need to find the principal. Now again, if I use this formula for number 2, amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 and to the power n. Now in place of amount, if I put the amount at the end of first year, so I can put amount at the end of first year 1100. Principal I don't know. 1 plus rate I got just now, and 10 by 100, and time is how much? 1, because this is the amount at the end of first year, so time will take as 1. So 1100 is equal to P, and then you get here what? 110 by 100, and cancelling, finally we get 1100 into 10 and by 11 is equal to P, and then finally we got P as rupees 1000. Okay. Okay, again a very important sum. On a certain sum, the CI for the second year is 110 and for the third year is 121. So that means we are talking, this will do in without formula method, because it is the second year interest it is given and the third year interest is given 121, and we have to find the rate and the sum. A very important sum. And in this case, you know, in the first video I have explained you the difference between CI and SI and what do you mean by CI. That concept is required. So if you don't understand that first video, you can't do this sum. So again, if you remember, symbolically if I say this is the interest for the first year, now interest for the second year is given. So interest for the second year is given to me rupees 110, and interest for the third year is given to me how much? Rupees 121. If you remember, in the first video I told you why in compound interest increases every year. The interest increases every year because interest is charged on interest. Now try to understand, in the second year the interest is 110. Now third year, why it is 121 third year? Because last year interest 110 will be taken and plus interest on this rupees. Now if you just calculate like this only, so you can say that is 110 plus 11 rupees. So that means second year we paid 110 rupees as interest. Third year how much you will pay? Third year we will pay 110 plus interest on interest, 11 rupees we are getting. So from here clearly we can understand कि therefore we can understand from here कि interest on rupees 110 on rupees 110 is how much? How much interest is charged? 121 minus 110. That means on 110 rupees in the next year, how much interest is charged? 11 rupees. Now here, now if I in this formula, I is equal to PTR by 100, how much interest is charged? 11 rupees. Now if I put here 11, on what sum? On this sum. This is the sum now. So that is how much? Principal is 110, time is 1, and rate and by 100. So we get 11 into 10 by 11 is equal to rate, and we got rate as 10%. Understand? Very important. Again I am repeating again for some of you if you don't understand. Interest for the second year is given 110, interest for the third year is given 121. In my video part 1 I have already explained you why compound interest increases every year, because interest is charged on interest. So in the second year we have given 110 rupees interest. So third year why we are giving 121 rupees interest? Because in the third year I have to pay the previous interest. How much I had paid? 110, and I have to pay an extra interest on interest. So extra interest on interest, naturally since it is 121, naturally an 11 rupees extra interest has been taken. So finally we can say that interest on 110 rupees, how much is charged? 11 rupees is charged, because 110 becomes 121. So 11 rupees is charged on 110. Now in this formula, I is equal to PTR by 100. How much interest is charged? 11. What was the principal at this level? 110, because the interest is charged on 110. So we are taking 110 as the principal. Time span is how much? For 1 year. Rate. So from here we are getting the rate. So we got rate. Now I already know I2. I2 means interest for second year. Now if I start the sum and do in terms of x, and I get I2 in terms of x, and that should be equal to 110, so I can get the value of x from there. Understand? Now if I start the sum for number 2 means principal. Now if I take let the sum be x, let the principal is equal to rupees x. Now what I will do, I will first get interest for first year. Interest for first year. Now interest for first year means I1. Principal is how much? X. Time is how much? 1. Rate we got 10 by 100. So x by 10. Now suppose if I used to know first year interest I1, then I will just equate this with that. But here I know I2, the second year. So I have to go up to that. So for that I need to know amount at the end of first year. Now amount at the end of first year become x plus x by 10, and this after taking LCM will get 11x by 10, and then we will get interest for second year. Now interest for second year is I2, principal is this amount at the end of first year, so 11x by 10 will be like this. Time is 1, rate is 10, and by 100. So I2 what we got? 11x by 100, but we know I2 as 110. So now we can say that according to the question, this 11x by 100 is equal to 110, and x is equal to 110 into 100 by 11, and finally we got principal as 1000 rupees. Understand? Very important sum. This is also very important sum. Okay. Now this sum, it is more or less exactly same as number 3, but does not look like that. But again I am talking about that the concept that I have explained to you in the first video. If it is clear, you can understand this sum. What they told, SI on a certain sum for 3 years is 300, and CI on the same sum for 2 years is 210. Find the rate and the sum. So on a certain sum, the SI for 3 years is 300. Now see, SI for 3 years is equal to 300, and you know SI is equal every year. So SI does not change every year. Every year the SI is same. So SI for 3 years is 300, and therefore I can say that SI for first year is 300 by 3. That means SI for first year is 100, second year is 100, third year is also 100. So SI for first year I know, and you know first year SI and first year CI is same. So now I can also say therefore CI for first year, symbolically what we say, I1, CI for first year is rupees 100. And if they told me now we got CI for first year as rupees 100, we also know CI for 2 years, given CI for 2 years is rupees 210. And if CI for 2 year is rupees 210, 2 year means 2 year together. And out of that 2 year together, the first year interest is 100. From here we can get CI for second year only. I can get CI for second year as 210 minus 100. Is it not understood? No. CI, the total CI for 2 year is 200 and the CI for first year we know 100. इसका मतलब that means CI for second year, only second year is 110. Now if you remember number 3 what I told, number 3 type sums, I1 I know, in that case in that sum number 3 we know I2 and I3. Now in this sum I know I1 and I2 same. So but still let me do again to make it more clear. Again, that means finally I know I1 100, I know I2. Now interest at first year interest is 100. Now second year, why the interest increased? Because compound interest, interest on interest. So that means second year, how much I am paying? I am paying the previous year interest 100 rupees. And that means naturally a 10 rupees is added to it as an interest. So from this two I can say therefore interest, now as I have done in number 3, interest on rupees 100, on rupees 100, this means on the rupees 100 how much interest has been charged? 110 minus 100. That means on rupees 100 10 rupees interest is charged. With this relation I can get the rate PRT by 100. Interest is how much? 10 rupees. 10 rupees interest is charged on how much? 100 rupees. So I will take principal as 100. Rate I have to find, and time is 1 by 100. So finally we are getting rate as 10%, and after getting rate as 10% now we can get the principal also, because I know interest for first year. So again I will do like this, let the principal is equal to rupees X, and therefore interest for first year, interest for first year, that is I1, will be how much? Principal into time into rate by 100. So I got is equal to how much? X by 10. Now I can say according to the question, this first year interest we already know it is given, X by 10 is equal to 100, and therefore finally I got X is equal to 1000 rupees. Understand? Okay, that's all.